I'll just give an overview about the front-end progress.
Sure.
So yeah, as you can see, there are no tags on the developer profiles, and let's say I wanted to find some devs with TypeScript skills. If I type like the beginning of that tag, this shows up. Then we can still unlock requests to unlock contact information, and how those tags work is actually through a form. I go on profile. It's the public profile.
Dog food.
Yeah, that was like a contract loading error somehow. Okay. So yeah, this is the form where I can add new skills. So those were my 2 skills. I can add another one, which is Python, let's say. And here I can add experiences. So let's say I contributed to dRecruit contributor, or whatever. And then I can save my skills and experiences. So we still need to have a page where we would show the different experiences, like maybe when we click on the developer profile. Yeah, I don't know why the profiles didn't load, but that's kind of where we are at for the front end. And Ankit has also some progress to share regarding back end.
Yeah, sure. So like one thing that we're kind of working on is to kind of index every resume. So like this is basically we are searching in the front end right now, so it's kind of basic. But once we kind of index every resume, it's actually gonna search and filter as you kind of want it, and we can obviously have the handlers for that stuff in the front end, right? Yeah, that's basically where we're going. I'm just curious if we should show the entire flow, Hux, if would that be good?
Yeah, I mean the unlock thing.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
a
we
fresh
can
unlock.
try that, but somehow because like there's no profile displayed.
Um, all right. Should I
Uh,
try that?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Polygon RPC.
It's
Yeah.
it's the RPC yet again. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm using yours, but somehow mine is working. So that is
Okay.
interesting.
Go
Okay.
ahead then.
Let me.
If you have a
All right. Yeah, I'll go
turn.
for it. Just gonna refresh it. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we see it.
All right. So I'm just gonna go switch to my. All right. So this is my main wallet. I'm just gonna connect MetaMask, and then it should give me a sign. So 0xqdk.eth. Gonna sign that, and the profile show up, right? So what happens after that is these are my profiles. So essentially, since it's my DID, I can always unlock it and see it, right? And so like this is my private profile data that I can essentially access, and it's unlocked just fine. So now what I'll do is I'll log out. And then maybe I'll go to some other wallet. Let's say this account 2, right? Gonna connect that, connect MetaMask, and then it's the 0x020. I don't have an ID. What should I do? Let's just create a new ID. So this process is kind of cumbersome because you kind of need to sign a couple of times before 3ID Connect will make it for you. But it's kind of necessary because it kind of serves as your basic profile, and just creates an ID. So this is basically if a recruiter was here for the first time and they've never used a ceramic product, so to say, This is essentially the flow they would have to go through. It's not that complicated and it's free. So it's like just you sign like 3 times and that's pretty much it. And that's basically created my DID. And this is essentially from our backend. We are kind of making it signed so we can validate that we have access to the private key. The reason for this will be more apparent once I kind of do it. So we kind of sign that. The information here is visible because we have the previous account's cookies. And since the access is restricted by cookies, that's why you can still see it. But what I'll do is I'll just do a hard refresh. And essentially, since we just kind of overrode those cookies because it's the same name. So like we're just going to sign this. And essentially now you can't see the data anymore because your address doesn't own those tokens. So you cannot access the data. Now let's try unlocking the contact information for this token ID. It costs 0.1 Matic. So I'm just going to confirm that. This is the transaction to request. So right after this, you will actually not be able to, this is just an unhandled error, or doesn't really matter as long as the transaction has gone through. Yeah, it's gone through. So what I'll do now is to log out and we'll log in with our wallet that we created the token with, right? So I'm just going to switch to my primary wallet, connect MetaMask, and then go to approve requests. So ideally, this process doesn't require signing at all, but it's kind of like an artifact of how we had the previous flow that is kind of stayed. So now you can see that the request from the wallet that I made, this 0x020 is now here. So what we'll do is to just go ahead and approve that. And then we're just going to wait for that to go through. All right, Mumbai is being slow. That's not great. And that should be it. So now let's just take a look at the transaction, right? So it looks like a normal transaction. Now let's see that the payment has actually been done. So if you remember, it was 0.1 Matic that was transferred. So if you go to internal transactions, we see 26 seconds ago, we have now successfully gotten 80% of that amount, which is 0.08 Matic. And then the rest is actually stored in our contract as a fee that the contract admin can then withdraw and do what they want with it. Now let's go back to, let's log out and we'll log in with our other account. So we'll go to account 2, connect, MetaMask, go to home. We should have a signing process. And then it should render it. And yeah, so now the data is now accessible using our other wallet that we requested and was approved. And that's pretty much it for the tasty dog food.
Tasty. Yeah, that was awesome. So couple of rough edges, couple of errors, nothing unexpected. But just to make sure that I understood, so everybody understands what happened, we've got the basic flow down. We just saw it work that a developer puts on a profile and it's encrypted. A recruiter comes in, pays them to unlock the profile, and some of the money goes to the platform, and then the lion's share of the money went to the developer whose information was being unlocked. That's awesome.
Actually, there's a piece I forgot to share on dRecruit, Ryan.
Okay.
And I'd like to thank Daiwa that has been contributing to dRecruit.
The emoji picker! Yes!
Yeah.
Toilet, every time.
And there's also the country field that he made, so you can choose the country from that list.
Azerbaijan. Can you pick Iran so that it can ban you from the platform? Don't know if I'm
Rage
kidding
quit.
about that. Unclear if I'm kidding about that. Yeah, love to see the emoji picker in there. Fun fact: the single character toilet emoji is a valid amulet. Go to text.bargains and put in the single toilet emoji. It's my favorite form of poem. That's neither here nor there, though. Thank you for everyone in your work on dRecruiter. Looking forward to rolling that out in a big way. I know that we're going to have a huge user group from Developer DAO the moment that it's ready. So keep at it. And everybody who's asking themselves, can I work on dRecruiter? The answer is yes. Get in here. Get at our boy Emu. We're going to get you in on that team. We're going to get you on board, and we're going to write code like it's crazy. Go nuts.